Welcome back to pregame.tv. I'm your host, Marco D'Angelo, joined in studio, Ken Thompson, SportsX Radio, and I get to add another title. I couldn't do it last week because they were waiting for the big press conference, the release down at the Venetian. Kudos to my man, Ken. Way to go.
Thanks, pal.
Now, Yahoo Sports Radio, you can hear Ken's show 3 hours a night now. And Ken, congratulations on the big gig. And you're still on the airways here in Vegas for the first 2 hours of your show, 7 to 9 Pacific time. And then the last hour is only on Yahoo. But 3 live hours, Yahoo Sports, Monday through Friday, live from the Palazzo Lugosi Stadium. Doesn't get much better than that.
65 markets so far, so that's kind of cool, which is good. So more of the pregame guys, because there's a pregame segment on every night, which is good. We've got a lot of followers. Got a shout out to this guy. Actually just took about 40 minutes to do an interview with a kid, Matthew Lovitz. He's over at Penn State University. He's been watching me, you, and where the hell's Leonard?
Still out. Hopefully we'll see Brian in a week, maybe next week.
No, seriously, because his mom is ill. And Brian, we wish you the best of luck. And, of course, your mom, a speedy recovery. We'll have you back out here real quick because I know he loves his baseball, too. But, yeah, it's a good thing for SportsX Radio. RJ Bell and the guys getting behind us, you and everybody else involved contributing. And that's a key segment to the show nationwide because they love the hookup with pregame.
Absolutely. And if you guys are ever visiting in Vegas, I highly suggest heading down to the Venetian Palazzo. Go to Lugosi Stadium. Great place to watch the games. You can bet all your action right there, do everything. Eat, drink, and watch the games.
They're building us a studio, Marco.
Nice. And Ken's nice enough to have me on every Monday night. So if you're in town, stop down, say hi. I'd love to meet you guys. And, Ken, you're there 5 nights a week.
Monday through Friday, 7 to 10 p.m. I'll usually get there about 5. So, if you stop in early, no problem. I'll always take time to talk to everybody. Jersey boy, motor mouth, never going to shut up. So,
yeah, I'd like to argue with him, but, I really can't. When the guy's right, he's right. And, so let's see if you can be right with some videos this week. We'll head in. First one we're going to do is my game. We're going to take a look at Atlanta at Brooklyn. And we know the Hawks, they're fighting for the final playoff spot with the New York Knicks. And it's, honestly, Ken, I mean, Atlanta, Knicks, it doesn't matter who gets this 8th spot. Is it a sweep in the first round, or do they get one token win, whoever gets in there?
If it's Atlanta, probably a sweep. If it's New York actually with the Garden, they'll get up for a game or two. If J.R. Smith has a 10 3-pointer game type deal, Carmelo goes off, they're not intimidated by Miami. Atlanta, they're going to be a sacrificial lamb big time. They're done.
Now, whoever gets in the 8th spot, normally when you're in the 8th spot, you're rooting not to face the one team because
that's true too. If it is Indiana, okay, if it is Indiana, which I don't think it will be, but if it is Indiana, then Atlanta does have a chance to win a game or two. I'm telling you, the way Atlanta's playing right now, Indiana better get that top spot to play Atlanta. Because if they play the 7th, if they play Washington I think they're going to lose first round. I mean, that's just me. This team is playing so poorly that I don't know if they can turn it on.
Now, actually, we're going to save the discussion for Indiana for the next video because you've got to play on that one where we're going to actually talk about kind of big game on Friday night, Miami and Indiana. But we're talking this one, Atlanta and Brooklyn. And Ken, Brooklyn, what can you say? I know we're taping on Thursday for you guys, so they did play Wednesday night, and they came off and a loss on Wednesday. But
no, they won on they won on Tuesday, right?
Yeah,
they won on Tuesday,
lost on Wednesday to
Orlando. And they swept Miami 4-0. That's unreal.
Yeah, and I think when they went to Miami on Tuesday night, that was kind of a statement game for Brooklyn because I'll tell you what, Brooklyn right now, there's 2 teams in the East that if I'm Miami or Indiana, either one, I don't want to face, 1, the Chicago Bulls,
right.
2, the Brooklyn Nets.
I agree.
Right now, those 2 teams are playing great basketball, and what they can do is they can get you into that ugly type of game where you're going to play a game, in the mid to upper 80s, and you're going to have to contest every possession. It's going to go right down to the wire. They play some good defense, and they're going to be physical with you, which I don't think, Miami, I know doesn't like teams that are physical with them. Indiana tries to play that way, but right now, and we'll talk about that in the next video, they're not playing well. Doesn't matter what style they're playing. Right?
How about the playoffs, though, for Brooklyn? Because they have not won one time back-to-back nights this year in the NBA. Not one time have they won back-to-back nights. But in the NBA playoffs, they break it up, so you don't have back-to-back games.
Especially the first round is an absolute joke, the way they spread the first round out as long as they do. It drives me. They could have the playoffs done instead of stretching it out over 6 weeks, you could be done in 4 weeks if they played every other night.
But they know they have all these markets involved because you have 16 teams in it, so they're going to drag it out, like you said, as long as possible. Hey.
Money talks.
Stern might have left, but the money's still going to be looked for, no doubt.
Well, before I get to why I like this play, do you have anything you want to say on Atlanta, Brooklyn?
I will say this. Atlanta is a team that, they showed last weekend when they put the 2-game bulge between them and the Knicks by playing well, winning 2 games, and then getting Detroit for a home game and floundering, losing by 7 as a 7.5-point favorite, and then coming back. They did win, the next night. They won on Wednesday night. So, Atlanta's just one of those teams that you look at them and they're just not relevant. So, like you said, Brooklyn with experience, with Pierce, Garnett, these guys, and then I really wish they had Brook Lopez still there, but still a team that's playing with Harden. Jason Kidd, I'm surprised, pleasantly surprised, that he's done as good a job in his first year as he has. Yeah,
you never know what to expect with a former player making that he jumped right from, the court to the sideline. I mean, there were no assistant coach, just here I am.
He's got beyond the spilled Coke on the, whoa.
That was great. Come on. It was like...
Yeah, if you don't get caught, saying something on a mic to someone,
That was just a few weeks before Mike Tomlin did his
right after, yeah. Was it before or after?
It was after.
Right, Tomlin, that was...
Jason Kidd said, thanks, Mike. Now they can forget about me for a while with your stunt.
Good stuff. Well, Marco D'Angelo, this is your play here on pregame.tv. Let's make it official.
I don't know what Ken had before the show, but I want some of it. I'll tell you that much. Maybe you can hook me up afterwards.
Get arrested.
All right, guys, we're going to take a look at Atlanta and Brooklyn. And I'll tell you, I always talk about sandwich games, and finding flat spots for teams. And when there's a sandwich spot and that flat spot, that's got to mean it's bookended by 2 good games for there to be a flat spot in the middle. Well, that flat spot in the middle was last night. As I said, we're taping on Thursday. Wednesday night, Brooklyn played Orlando. They played Orlando the night right after they played the Miami Heat. They went to Miami, and that was a statement game. They wanted the Miami Heat to know that if you face us in the playoffs, we're not intimidated by you, and we are playing good basketball right now, and we're going to take it to you. And they went into Miami and beat the Heat. And the Heat had everything to play for. They're in a dogfight with Indiana for the last playoff spot, which 10 days ago looked like they had no shot after they lost in Indiana and fell 3 games behind, and Indiana had the tiebreaker. But Miami now was right there. It's in their grasp. The last 2 nights with Miami losing, they could have taken a big step in securing the home court, but they didn't. So it was natural for Brooklyn to play the next night in Orlando. Who's going to take Orlando seriously? Come on. They're garbage. And what ended up happening after playing a game in the 80s the night before, you could tell they weren't focused. As that game last night, both teams scored a lot of points in the game, and Orlando pulled off the upset. Now they come back home. They had a day's rest. They were able to think about what happened, and they're going to come out focused and ready to play. And who are they playing? They're playing Atlanta, a team that needs to win for the playoffs. So we're going to get a little bit of a benefit of the number because the public, the betting public, and Vegas knows, they love that phrase, must win. Must win. They're going to bet that team knowing that they need it more than the other team. But I'll tell you what, as we talked about earlier, Atlanta, Knicks, it doesn't matter. These 2 teams are not good basketball teams, and I think Atlanta's even worse than the Knicks. The Knicks are just dysfunctional most of the time. Atlanta, they're going to get drilled by Brooklyn. Brooklyn will play their defense after giving up as many points as they did last night. I think 117 to Orlando. You can bet they're going to be focused on the defensive end of the court, and I think they shut down this Atlanta team. And I have them winning this game by 12 points or more, and we're going to get a soft number, as I said. off of the upset. They're going to say, oh, you just lost to Orlando, and the fact that Atlanta needs to win the game. It'll shade it a little bit. We'll take Brooklyn. I'll lay the wood on Friday night.
And, of course, the guy that does the restaurant review loves sandwich games. Go figure that. But also Pierce, Blatch, Livingston, all probable, and that's key to have Pierce okay, the hip not bothering him too much.
All right, there you have it. Take Brooklyn, lay the points on Friday night. We're going to come right back, another Friday night game. It's a big one. We're going to take a look at Indiana, Miami. This could be for home court advantage all the way through the Eastern Conference Finals. That's up next, pregame.tv.